Good morning, everyone. I'm trying out a new app here on my phone for YouTube. I just want to see if it makes the videos look wider without those black things on the side. But while I try this out, I wanted to show you my European nightcrawler bin. Now, I started raising European nightcrawlers in the black mortar container, and I don't know why, but they died. So I got this bin. If you can see, it's not very deep. I don't know how deep that is. It's not very deep. And they seem to be thriving in this one. So let's take a look. Woo, look at them all. They're beautiful worms. They're huge. These and red wigglers are my favorite. I tried raising African nightcrawlers, but it just gets too cold here in Indiana, and they didn't make it. So this bedding is, it's moist. It's made out of peat moss and coconut coir. They seem to be happy in there, and I feed them this stuff, which is ground up cornmeal and oatmeal, and then I dehydrate, or you can microwave some eggshells, and you grind them up to make it like a powder and mix it in. Now this is the one I showed you the other day. Castings still look absolutely beautiful. And this one I took out of my Worm Factory 360, which is the one on the right. And the way I make my casting look like that is when I put it in here, obviously it's a little wet when it comes out, and it has all these, you know, little pieces of eggshells and vegetables. What I do is I go in here every day and I do this to it. I aerate it. I make it like separate the little clumps I find, just to get air in there to dry it. And you see, this was all very wet and very clumpy, like clumps like that, and they were huge. So I just go like this and I try to separate them. Every day I do this, and then when I finally have it to the consistency that I like, I take my little sifter and I sift it out into that. And that's how it comes out looking like that. Now, if I get a smaller sifter, a smaller screen, I could get those little tiny bits out. But I don't think a little flake of an eggshell is going to hurt anybody. If anything, it's probably good for your soil. So these, see, this is it's getting there. And you know, no one could tell you exactly what to feel for. This all comes from, you know, just learning and just trying it yourself. And through the years and in time, you'll figure out. I'm sorry with my arm. You'll figure out what it's supposed to feel like and what it's supposed to be as far as moisture. See, I clump it together and it's still a little wet for me. So I go like that. I've been worm composting since 2002, I think. And right now it's 2016. And believe me, I've had my ups and downs with it. But I love it. I absolutely love it. And the good thing about vermicomposting, which is worm composting, is there's no odor. There's absolutely no odor. If this smelled bad or smelled like poop, I probably wouldn't do it inside. I would do it outside or in my garage, but it doesn't smell at all. That's what I like about it. Don't you wish all poop didn't smell at all? But yeah, this is almost ready to go. I think I could sift this out. And let me show you my little sifter. this is what I use. This is my little sifter. I didn't make this. I got this. Someone had given me a Christmas gift with like those bath salts and soaps in it, and you know, all the little wash rags and things like that. And when of course I used the products, and you know, instead of throwing this out, I thought, oh, gosh, this will be a great worm sifter. So I've been using it ever since. And what I do is I'll go like this, I'll scoop it out, and then I'll shake it. You see all that falling? Nice, soft, fluffy castings. I'll show you what it looks like as we go down. See, it keeps falling. You see all that left over? I just throw it back in because obviously I'm going to sift this into another container. And then I just keep working at it. And whatever little pieces are left, I'll just go and throw it back in my worm bins over there. And they'll just keep processing it, the worms. Worms are very resilient. They say red wigglers can't handle extreme temperatures. I did an experiment where here in southern Indiana we get cold. And I put my worm factory, the one on the left over here is called gusanito, which means little worm in Spanish. I put it in the garage for the winter, and I had a thermometer in there, and my garage got, I think the coldest it got was 30 degrees or 29 degrees, and the worms didn't die. They were still going. I mean, they weren't processing the scraps and the food I was giving them fast, but they were still going, and they were alive, and they made it through the winter. And then obviously when it started getting warm in the garage in the spring, they started eating more. It's almost like they went kind of dormant, and they didn't die. So I was very impressed. Now, I wouldn't try that with an African nightcrawler. You know, they're very sensitive to cold. African nightcrawlers are better for the southern states like, you know, Texas, Florida, Louisiana, stuff like that. But, so I wanted to give you guys a little look at this today. Yep, this is almost done. All right, guys. God bless. Bye.